Hello, friends. Good to see you. My name is Aslam Sheikh, your host for this evening. I'm a president of Swiss Education Foundation, an exclusive platform to promote Switzerland as a study destination. This is our ninth talk show and broadcasted live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Every alternate Thursday, we aim to bring in the eminent speaker to discuss the topic that will help you to explore this beautiful country, which has been the favorite destination for Bollywood shootings, family vacations, and definitely for education. Those who are listening to us first time, we are Swiss Education, India's largest platform offering hospitality, business, and culinary programs options at elite and top ranked colleges of Switzerland. Our students have been awarded a total scholarship of worth 7.30 crore rupees to study in Switzerland. And we offer airport to airport service and leaves nothing to chance. Well, with this brief introduction, so let's move on to our today's topic, that is future food trends and career. To discuss these exciting subjects, we have with us our today's guest. Let's welcome Chef Altamash Patel. Hello, Chef. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Chef. Let me quickly introduce you to our audience. Chef Altamash Patel is the executive chef and has been working in the F&B production. Chef Altamash has risen from the rank of management trainee, that's an entry point into the industry, to an executive chef in just span of 9 years. He became one of the youngest executive chef of a five-star hotel at the age of 28. During his career of 11 plus years, he has worked with Taj Group of Hotels, the Park Hotels, and now leads the culinary team at Oakwood Premier Prestige Bangalore. He has been actively involved in initiating diverse food fiestas around the globe, conducts various cookery shows on TV, and contributed to various renowned magazines and periodicals. He has been a culinary judge, advisory panel member, and guest lecturer for leading hospitality institutes. Thank you very much, Chef, for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Let me quickly introduce my co-host, Ms. Firdaus Sheikh, Senior Manager, Swiss Education, to the show. Hello, Firdaus. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Aslam.
Right. So let me quickly introduce Firdaus. Firdaus has traveled extensively across Switzerland and the elite Swiss institutes which we represent. She is a Swiss expert offering real insight to help students choosing the right course and college options. So, for the viewers, if you have any questions or comment as we go further, please feel free to write in the comment box and we'll try to address as we have just 25 to 30 minutes time. So, let's begin the show with the introduction of a beautiful country called Switzerland. Switzerland is a landlocked country of towering mountains, deep alpine lakes, grassy valleys dotted with neat farms and small villages, thriving cities that blend the old and the new. Switzerland is the nexus of the diverse physical and cultural geography of Western Europe, renowned for both its natural beauty and its way of life. So, with this short introduction, let's begin the show, and I will hand over the space to Firdaus to take it further and get as much information as possible from our today's guest about this very exciting topic. Over to you, Firdaus.
Thank you, Mr. Aslam. I would quickly like to start the session. So, my first and foremost question would go to Chef Altamash. So, talking about the food industry, so it's been quite long, we want to know how the food industry has evolved over this last 10 years. So, could you help us understand and give your insight about this?
I believe being an hotel management student, as I have completed my degree almost 10 to 11 years back. So, and during that time, it used to look fancy when we used to talk about European cuisine and Asian cuisine and all that cuisines. But now I'll say after 10 years now, each and every chef have uh, started studying about the forgotten recipes and forgotten region of India, and everyone came to the conclusion that our cuisine we should promote it instead of promoting any other culture and cuisine. So there's a huge difference now. People started working on Peruvian cuisine and Italian regional cuisine, Japanese cuisine, but now you will find that people have started studying about more about Indian cuisine and the, I'll say, micro Indian cuisine, regional Indian cuisine. So there's a lot of difference now. Everyone has started giving importance to our own cuisine.
All right. So this is how, the cuisines have evolved all this years along. And so connecting to this, I have my next question, because this is what I've been, and there are people who've been, continuously talking about food, relating food with, health most of the time, talking food with more in terms of presentation, how does it looks like. Also there are people, who talk about experiencing food with a very good climate around, maybe an ambience around. So connecting to this, I have another question to you coming. So food is becoming anonymous to health, art, presentation, and experience. So what is your view about it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I consider chef as an artist and food as an art. So it's an art in itself, and people have started understanding the culture of food and the presentation type and everything. Because you must have noticed that 10 years back or 15 years back, whenever there used to be people wanted to go for international vacation, there was no other destination than Thailand and Bangkok. Slowly people started
True,
going
very
to
true.
Dubai. Then slowly people started visiting Indonesia as the next Goa. I mean, everyone who have little bit money have started going to Indonesia. So all this matters in the cuisine also. I mean, it was the time when people were aware only of red Thai curry and green Thai curry. That was the only Thai food what Indian people used to know. And Japanese cuisine was more of sushi and sashimi. And according to Indian, it was just a raw fish. Japanese cuisine is compared to raw fish, but it is nothing like that, no more like that. I mean, we get guests who are ready to share recipes what they have experienced while they travel and everything. So people understand everything. Presentation, food presentation is again a very important thing. My experience, I'll tell you, there is a sense behind each and every component of the plate which has been plated. We have very short time, but I'll give you one very good example. So uh, keeping a broccoli in the right hand side of the plate in Japanese cuisine or something like that. So I always think of it like the Japan have a greenery on the north side of the Japan. So I consider plate as a globe, and then you place that broccoli which is green in color on the right hand side of the plate. So it is like that. You need to connect everything. So your plate should speak enough for you. It is like that, and that is the chance. I'll say that is the canvas which you showcase to your guest.
True, true. It's true naturally that you present your art, when you're presenting your food, it's you're presenting the art along
Yes,
with your, heart as well. So it's very
correct.
much connected. It's very much connected, and presentation indeed plays a very important role when you put it across to the guest in front of you.
Yes.
So, with this, I would like to move ahead to my next question, which is about trending cuisines. So, when we are talking about Asian cuisines, we are talking about European cuisines. So, we would want to know more about cuisines, trending cuisines in terms of Indian cuisines along with abroad cuisines. So, here we go.
So first, being a young chef in this industry, I'll always promote my own cuisine. So I'll say the trending cuisine is the micro cuisines of India. There are so many cuisines which we are not aware of. Even you consider one state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra is divided into 4 5 regions. They all have the different cuisine. You go 50 kilometers from one place, you have different cuisine. A very good example I'll give you in this short time that khichdi is a simple, humble dish. And you go to place or you see khichdi how you make and your neighbor makes. So there are so
Right.
many recipes for simple, humble khichdi what we eat at home. So this is the diverse country and we have a diverse culture and everything. So first, respect and interest should be always Indian cuisine. Uh, we
Indeed.
have this face, we have this color of Indian. We'll be recognized for our Indian cuisine only. And one very good example I'll tell you: you have Michelin star chef, you have celebrity chef, all big name like Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, Chef Vinit Bhatia, Chef Manish Malhotra, Chef Vikas Khanna. You name any chef who had made their name in international market, have achieved Michelin star or have become master chef or something. They are all because of Indian cuisine only. No Indian chef you will see have become something because of some other cuisine. So first interest should be Indian cuisine, and then of course I am very much inspired by the way Japanese cuisine is making scope in Indian market. People use as we spoke, people used to know only about sushi and sashimi, but now people are more health conscious. They understand. I mean, Japanese are known for the eating culture. They know how much to eat and what to eat, what time to eat. So slowly, people in India have started adopting it, and people have realized that there is a lot more to Japanese cuisine than sushi and sashimi. And again, Indian Indian people have the special corner for the Chinese food. Not really authentic, I'll say, but Indian Chinese, which is again
True.
nothing wrong in it. Indian Chinese is discovered in India in our region of Calcutta. It is known as the Tangra region. The small community of Chinese people came 100 years ago and reside in Calcutta, and from there, Indian Chinese cuisine developed. So that is again a very trending cuisine, and people used to feel shy talking about chili chicken or many such dishes which are Indian Chinese, but these are they have history behind it. So that is again a trending cuisine. And Thai cuisine, of course, it is little bit similar to Indian cuisine. It suits to Indian palate. So Thai cuisine is also doing well, and of course, everyone loves pasta and pizza, Italian cuisine. So these are the top cuisine, I'll say, which are really doing well in Indian market nowadays.
Thank you very much for sharing us an insight about the trending cuisines, because I agree completely with you. Being Indian, we should give complete respect and interest first towards our cuisines. So I completely agree. And with this, I move ahead to my next question. So. We see there are, as you rightly said, people are becoming more health conscious. People are becoming more, conscious about what they are eating. So with this, what we have seen is there's an instant growth in terms of the plant based food, or maybe what you call it as vegan food. So what you have to say about it?
As per my experience, I'll say that people in foreign countries have taken it very seriously. I mean, they feel for the animals and they have taken it very seriously. But in India, I'll say it is more like a fashion still. I mean, people talk about veganism, they follow it for a week or maximum for a month, and then it is gone. So it should be not like that. I mean, if you follow something religiously, as you will be agreeing with me that vegetarian never used to eat egg, but nowadays egg is considered as a vegetarian thing. We are from that country. I mean, we are Indians.
Agreed.
We have made that
Absolutely.
egg also vegetarian. So veganism is way, I mean, forward than this. And it is difficult in India, that but people have started practicing it who have traveled abroad and have done studies or job abroad. They are coming back and they are following that veganism. But it should be religiously follow. If you are following veganism, it should not be like you are having your lunch vegan and dinner you eat everything. So it doesn't matter, I think.
I completely agree with you, chef, because
But
this is
still,
something
being
which
a chef, yeah, being a chef, I'll say that all the restaurants and all the five-star hotel have almost 5 to 10 dishes in the menu which are vegan, because there is growing demand. Since breakfast, you see the menu of room service, what food we serve in rooms, or it may be your coffee shop. So there are 5 to 10 dishes which are completely vegan in all hotels and all restaurants nowadays.
correct, correct. I completely agree, because we have been seeing and we've been instantly traveling. So what we see is nowadays people are actually preferring a lot of vegetarian food though. And
Yeah.
India being known for vegetarian cuisines, I believe this is definitely taking a benchmark ahead. Making veganism more popular around the world.
Yeah.
So, with this, I would now want to connect my next question. So, how do you see the future of food? So, what should be the food futurology?
uh Food future, I mean, it is a tough job for chef. After this, I'll say this COVID period and made everyone realize that food plays an important role in your health. So nowadays you see everyone talks about eating less oil or consuming healthy oil or fat free food, quantity of protein. People have got educated because of this entire COVID scenario. The job of chef have become too tough nowadays. I mean, since breakfast you see 50% of guests, they are health conscious. No one wants to eat egg yolk nowadays. Everyone wants omelette made with egg white. So it is like that. The people have understood the importance of health and consuming food. India was never known for it, but suddenly we have seen last 1 year, everyone is talking about health nowadays. So I mean, people have started consuming millets, quinoas, and all these healthy grains. People have given up eating white rice and have started consuming red rice, which is considered as healthy, organic stuff and pesticides free. So it is trending in market, and it will do really well. I mean, people will be health conscious. Everyone is worried about the health nowadays.
Yes, yes, I completely agree with you, Chef, because nowadays people around the world are talking about more of organic food, getting into organic farms, bringing it directly from the farm to the
Yeah.
table is what it is known
Yeah.
for. So,
Yes, and
absolutely.
very very simple thing I'll say. People used to get cough and cold very often. I mean, or almost I'll say once in a month. But since last 2 years, you must have seen people have stopped complaining about cough and cold because everyone understood the importance of having cold food or having ice cream or soft drinks and everything. People have
Completely
stopped it. Yeah, so it makes a huge difference. And as you rightly said, farm to fork is a new concept. Diners now want to know the source, the origin of the ingredient. I mean, people used to feel fancy when we used to put Australian or New Zealand lamb in menu, but now people are more interested if you write Ajmeri lamb in your menu, which comes from the small region Ajmer in Rajasthan. So that lamb compared to the Australian lamb is 10 times better. But we used to feel few years back we used to feel fancy about writing Australian or New Zealand lamb. But being a young chef again, I feel proud when I write Ajmeri lamb in my menu or the tuna. We used to feel fancy about writing Japanese tuna in our menu, but now that same quality of tuna we get in our cochin. So diners are aware of it and they get very much interested in knowing the source of ingredients. And even we feel proud of mentioning this little words, the name of the region in our menu. It is like that.
Absolutely amazing, amazing insight, chef, coming from your end. Absolutely, mind blowing in terms of knowing that we are very proud to also, put in our menu all small, small things like, Ajmeri lamb and, tuna fish, which is now also coming from Cochin. So
Yeah,
something
and
really very interesting.
very good example in this short time. I'll say we never promoted our haldi wala doodh, which was there in our
Yes.
culture and everything. I mean, all homes and all everything. Even if you don't feel well, you always used to have that haldi wala doodh since our childhood. But we were not proud of it, and we, being a chef or being a community, we never spoke about it. But the Starbucks, which is an international coffee chain, brought to India by Tata, they introduced turmeric latte in their menu, and it was big hit. And it was nothing but a haldi wala doodh. So it's
Correct.
just a name, fancy
Absolutely.
name, and it works.
Absolutely, I agree because this again brings me back to my memory. I remember my mom also used to say that if you want to remain healthy and if you are any point in time feeling sick, you first need to have a haldi wala doodh.
Correct.
Agree, completely agree. Moving down to my next question. So, how has COVID affected the food industry? So, what are your views on this, chef?
Uh, See, I don't like discussing on this topic because it has affected us very badly. Last 2 years were very bad for our industry. I mean, each and everyone, but especially hotel industry. You all will agree that it was in very bad shape. I mean, loss of job, loss of salary cut, pay cut, loss of business, and the skills which were with us, we were not able to use it for 6 months, 1 year. It was like that. But I feel very happy to see the response what we are getting since last 1.5 month. I mean, we have seen increase in footfall. All the restaurants they are doing well, and good to know that in few cities I was traveling to Delhi few days back, and I saw there that Delhi is again doing so well. I am in Bangalore right now. Bangalore is gearing up. I mean, you can see a good occupancy in all hotels. So industry is coming back, and suddenly I have seen there is. So much requirement of good hotel management students. I mean, everywhere you see there are so many vacancies because there is a sudden growth in the demand of hotel industry. I mean, people have not done weddings for a long time. People have not celebrated their birthdays, their anniversary, and everything. People are forgetting that their and birthday was 2 months back or 3 months back. They just want to come out and celebrate. It is like that.
Agree.
So there is
Agree.
huge demand. Yeah, there is huge demand of skilled labor in hospitality industry, and inshallah, it will keep on growing nowadays.
Absolutely, inshallah, indeed, it will definitely grow because when we are seeing the food industry, instead not just food industry but also hospitality industry being the second largest employer in the world, it's
Yeah.
absolutely growing day by day. And post COVID, it has really come back very well now, and inshallah, it will definitely keep on going
Yes.
well. Yes.
Yes.
With this, I have my another question coming to you is about how can students make a career through a culinary course?
See, it is a very good course. I mean, if my simple reason to enter this industry was I didn't wanted to go with maths. I was weak in maths, so I selected doing hotel management. I don't have any fancy story to say that I used to cook since my childhood. I used to help my mother. What other chefs say, it was only because of I was weak in maths and I didn't wanted to study math. That was the clear reason I selected this industry. And it is a beautiful industry. If you see, I mean, you wear white uniform, which is again a symbol of peace, and you get to eat food whatever you want. You can cook, you can share your love in form of food with your guest. I mean, there is something different in this industry. I'll say, being a chef, the way your mother cooks food for you and she feel happy when you are having it, or when you praise her food, so that opportunity I get almost 10 times or 20 times in a day. So I see my food going out and people smiling and talking about my food. So there is no joy, I mean, nothing I can compare with it. The fun what I get after spending 14 to 16 hours in my kitchen, and every day is a new day for me. Menu planning, working on food festival, recruiting staff, and every day, not even a single day. I mean, I've spent 11 years, and not even a single day I felt that I've done a wrong decision or taken a wrong stream, and I would have become doctor or engineer. If you have skill and you have a lot of interest in this industry, I'm sure you can make a lot of money more than doctor or engineers who are making, and sitting in their offices or sitting in the clinic. You can stand in kitchen and you are making a lot of money. And times are gone where chefs were not respected in India. I mean, chefs are becoming everything. I'll say there is no forum or no meeting or no conference without chef nowadays. You see, even chef have started getting this Padma Shri awards and everything from president and prime minister. So India is on correct line. And last 2 3 years, you have seen chef been awarded, Chef Imtiaz Qureshi, Chef Sanjeev Kapoor. They have been awarded Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan also. So correct time, correct industry. So culinary industry is booming in India, and it will really do well.
Yes, I think this is really very encouraging for our listeners who are listening to you, because many students have this thing in their mind. They are really good at cooking, and they want to take into culinary as a career option, but they shy, or since it has not been given a prime choice to a student, so students really shy, and in fact parents also do not support. So I believe what you have said here is really very encouraging to our listeners there out, because culinary is not just about you cooking food in a kitchen. It's way
Yeah.
far much broader than just cooking and serving it, right? So this is something really going to be helpful to our
One very
listeners.
good thing, one very good thing I'll share that now the
Yes.
times have changed. Last 5 years, you must have seen all top hotels brand have their general manager who was ex chef. I mean, executive chefs are becoming general manager now. It was never before. I mean, front office manager or F&B manager used to become general manager because they have this habit of wearing blazer. They have this habit of talking sweetly to the guest and everything like that. But time have changed now. Management is realizing that the only one person who stays in that hotel for 14 to 16 hours is chef. And the problem which chef can solve, that your front office manager, your housekeeper, or your F&B manager cannot solve it. It makes lot of difference of a person going to table or person approaching guest wearing that blazer. It is completely different, and person going wearing this chef cap and chef jacket is completely different. I mean, I myself have solved many big issues which were related to rooms, which were related to beds, which were related to air conditioner in room. So when the time chef goes there and chef smiles and chef talk about food, everything gets sorted, trust me.
Amazing, amazing. This is really amazing. Why? Because, considering a general manager responsibility, what I've been known about general managers are as good as a captain of a ship who has all the
Yeah.
responsibilities on their shoulders, including
Yes.
small, small, executive tasks related to big decision making, strategy, planning. So, indeed, it's going to be a huge career option for, our listeners and our students who are looking out culinary as a career choice. With
no
this, I
one
want
talks
to.
about uh, no one talks about who is the general manager of this hotel or what this
You're
hotel
right.
is known. Everyone know this a particular hotel because of its chef. Everyone in hotel industry will talk about chef, who is chef of this hotel. It is like that, all guests will know chef. So it is like that.
Yes, yes, I completely agree. With this, I have my last question to you, which is very much connected to the culinary career option. Okay, so as in, if you see why a student should take, or you think it is important for a student or for people out in this industry, in the field of culinary, to get an international exposure. So, could you help us give an advantages to it?
See, I'll see. Indian industry is still booming, but it is important if you are a chef to know about other cultures and to travel and to understand the food, the importance given to the food in other countries. I'm sure you must have traveled so much, and you will agree with me that the way people give importance to their food in different countries, it talks a lot about their culture and everything. So understanding different culture, you know that you cannot fool an Italian, or you cannot play around with your pasta in front of an Italian guest, or you cannot do something wrong with your pizza. You cannot make a wrong sushi in front of a Japanese guest. So at least you should be strong in some international cuisine when you decided to do hotel management. You should be strong in some international cuisine, and you should have some backup to it. That I have worked in Japan, I have worked in China, I have worked in Switzerland, I know this cuisine. I am from here. I have done my training with this international chef. I have learned from this international college. So it always help. Being in one country and one region will not give you that exposure. So it is always important. And going for job is something different, and going for education is completely different. I mean, setting up this standard, going abroad for education itself is a very big thing, and it matters a lot on your CV when you apply for a job.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. It does matters a lot, considering if you have a candidate whom you want to recruit, he comes with an CV, which shows you a global experience. He has worked in
Yeah,
US, he has worked in Canada under so and so chef. Getting an international exposure in front of a candidate who may just have maybe a one small city or a one region experience would definitely
correct,
create a lot of much bigger
correct,
impact and get
correct.
much priority.
Yeah,
Yes. So thank you, Chef. I think it was an amazing, insight that we have received from your end. I thank you, Chef, for joining us on the
thank you
show
so much.
today and sharing insightful information. Thank you
Thank you
all
so much.
for joining me today on our talk show of future food trends and career. If any of our listeners seek further information on study in Switzerland, please feel free to connect us on our helpline number 8879942001 or visit our website swisseducation.com. Our experienced counselor will be happy to assist you instantly. My name is Firdaus Sheikh, Senior Manager, Swiss Education Foundation, signing off with a promise to come back again on 28th October. 28th October is our next program, so sharp at 5 p.m. with another guest speaking on an interesting educational topic. Until then, think Switzerland, think Swiss education.